Salima, everyone. Welcome to another wonderful Wednesday. It is still within full moon range. I know it's right out my window behind me, and I can verify that it was was it probably yesterday. I think it was like midnight my time or something, or just after, so early in the morning. So hopefully the full moon is already going well for you. We're going to cover that in some detail. You'll see right now down in the link, we have a free ISAA Sumerian astrology webinar scheduled for November 1st, 10 a.m. I'm reading as it scrolls, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. In the link to registers in the description. It is free, you guys. Okay, so take advantage. It is going to be amazing. Obviously, I'm going to be hosting that one. We have a schedule of events for the ISAA up on the website. So if you go to, I believe, just Sidereal International /events, you'll be able to see. We're going to keep adding stuff up here as we go. So definitely check that out. But today we are going to take a look at the sky. And Nikki, I didn't make my little window big enough, and it's going to crash my video card. So I'm going to try this right now. Yeah. But if I disappear, just take over. Okay. While I do this, why don't you, do you want to give us a little window into how the eclipse season is going for you?
Oh my God. I'm trying to be a good person and not swear a lot, you know. I'm trying to be a professional, but this one made me want to just jump out a window. I'm like, I've had enough. I've had enough of the intensity of the emotional garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you weren't expecting it? I take
no, because I'm like, God, I've been through it enough. Like, do I need to really, like, what else? And like, universe is like, oh, well, we got this, we got that. Let's dish this out. And it's just been one emotional, like, thing after another. But it's more like internal stuff, you know, you guys. Yeah. It's not like a lot of outside things are happening. I do have some, like, you know, family drama, but that's normal, you know. Yeah, very standard, very standard. But I've had the most strangest experience this lunar cycle. Just weird, altogether weird, and it really has been a lot about like tying up loose ends and you know, undoing like knots and karmic ties and oh yeah, Pisces, there you go, right? Undoing those knots, right? Oh, and we had the full moon right on, right in Pisces. Yeah. Dude, you guys, full moon, I had to run the entire day. I was doing doctor's appointments. I take care of my dad. So the whole day I was running, and the entire time I kept thinking about all the women that I used to see when I would do hair. I'm like, this just seems like one of those like new moons where I would be talking to another widow. You know, because I would see these women all the time. They were like my specialty, you know, and that's who I attracted, a lot of widows. And so I'm sitting in the waiting room for my daughter at her doctor's appointment. And who's sitting across from me, but one of the moms of the girl, like somebody I used to know a long time ago. And we hit it off. We have like I don't know, we were always really cool. And she's like, hey, I know you. And it's been years since we've seen each other, years. And her husband had passed away. And, you know, she just sat and poured her heart out and just talked about it. And I got to meet her new boyfriend. And then she gave me some like pointers and stuff about like being single and shit. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, I know what that's like to lose somebody. Only mine's still, you know, that person's still alive, but yeah, it's still the same kind of grief. Trouble. Yeah. Lots of that, lots of trouble. You know, I got my divorce finalized, and like,
congratulations.
Congratulations. I was so happy. Everyone's like, you look so great. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, it's a big weight to be done with.
Yes, very, very. But it doesn't seem to be over. Like now all of a sudden my phone is blowing up. There's all this drama and all this stuff that should have been like discussed a long time ago. And it's like not my problem anymore, you know.
Yeah.
Not my problem. You never really forget when somebody tells you that they're in love with somebody else, and you're like, oh, and then they could turn around, they're like, that never happened. You're making it. I'm like, oh,
Well, that's because you're.
wow, okay. This is
Yeah,
awesome.
that's not a normal situation. That's
Not at all. Not at all. No, I'm of sound mind. I know the difference. I remember things. You can't tell me these things didn't happen. So it's really weird and really funny. And now I'm able to like sit back and laugh because I warn people, man, don't cross me. I've got a really like hardcore spiritual team, man. Like, and we're about this like karma trip, you know. It's I've seen it. And when I do something wrong, I like pay the karmic consequences. I've learned this really, really like early in life. And I've also learned that when somebody does me wrong, they also pay the karmic consequences. And unfortunately, it's like for them, it's almost like right away. And so I'm seeing it and I'm watching all this like stuff unfold. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe you're upset because it's karma. Maybe you're upset.
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe God sees everything and I don't have to. But you know, that's another episode. That's a whole nother episode. But yeah, this has been really
Hey, question.
ride.
So the gaslighting seems like it's been taking place what? Just yesterday, today, like around the full moon, just generally full moon energy.
Well, generally, yeah, today it started.
Does the X have any Pisces placements or Aries placements? I'm curious.
His moon is in Aries.
Okay, so it's hovering right over in that area.
Yeah,
Is it the
his moon
Western?
is in
Is it
Aries.
it's in the fish side or is it in the middle?
Yeah, it's in the middle. Well, yeah, yesterday it started because he blew up on me about his, you know, his car broke. He just bought it, engine blew on it. All this like terrible stuff's going on. And
so he had to find someone to emotionally vomit.
Yeah, well, to make feel guilty because, you know,
it's your fault.
There's still another, you know, court date ahead to decide financial stuff, and that's
don't fall for it, Nikki.
I'm not falling for it. Actually, I had to have a nice discussion with this person and remind him that the judge doesn't play favorites. I've actually been in front of this judge before and tried to get out of jury duty, and he threatened to throw me in jail. Okay.
You're like, I'm crazy. I do not. I have no.
Oh my God. This guy let me have it. And
does he remember you, do you think?
I hope not. No. I don't think so. But I'm like, this judge isn't playing favorites. It isn't like that at all. He does what's fair. And
okay, good.
He takes his job very seriously. I'm like, obviously. Good. So yeah, it wasn't a fun time in court, but whatever, it's over, sort of. Actually, I got one more date, one more court.
It'll be all right. The worst is over. It'll be
fine. This person makes me like shake. I just totally get like
it's trauma.
Yeah, it's, like scared.
25 years of abuse. Going back to the gaslighting. I was just more curious, collecting some data. Trish is in the comments right now. Hi, Trish. My moon is actually right where the moon is at right now, probably roundabouts. Trish, I don't know how far yours is into Aries, but I for sure don't gaslight anyone. I would never. I'm like the opposite of that. So I couldn't attribute any of that. I just wondered if maybe there was a Pisces connection, because I know some people say that it's like illusions and delusions and whatever. Now, I personally don't get behind that as much, but I know some people see it. That's fine. So I was more just collecting the data.
Yeah, he has. Well, I know that he has like Aries on his descendant. I'm not sure what else he has in Pisces.
Where's his Mercury?
Good question. It's in Cancer.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Close
all
to
right.
the sun. Yeah. Yeah.
So if we're going to be doing any type of deep, dark underworld stuff, and that was going to relate to communication, I probably would look at Mercury and see where that was at. And if it's in, we could definitely make that correlation. Although I don't know, I think it's always hard, as you know, to pick that stuff up unless you're looking at the full chart.
Yeah. When you look at the full chart, you've seen it. You were already like, whoa. And I was like, I know, man. I fucking know. And this is, and I'm telling you guys, you don't need to know my personal story. business, whatever. But that's the difference between what a sidereal chart is and what a tropical chart is. It will tell you exactly what you're looking for, you guys.
Yes.
Tropical kind of makes things a little fluffy, a little like, I don't know.
It's like,
it makes believe, really.
Yeah. You really got to squint your brain to be able to see what it's trying to tell you.
I did that for years. I was like trying to just like, how do I work with this? This is like my person. I know this is my person. And then like it doesn't work. So
it might have been all right just looking at aspects and synastry, because that would have been the same minus the actual houses and the constellations. But I mean, that's obviously a big part of it. Sure said, full moon in Pisces, my south node. I just set boundaries with someone because I'm done with the karmic cycles and romantic partnerships. There you go.
Venus.
Is that the same one, Trish? The one that keeps coming back and you're like, I thought you were done and then you weren't done, and yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that you who had that issue? I think, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, actually, I talked to a few people about that. I actually had a client yesterday who was talking about her ex, and she was like, "Well, I'm still sleeping with my ex." I'm like, "Oh, bad.
Yeah, right.
That's so bad." And then she's telling me the story behind it, and I'm like, so he literally just got out of prison for like beating
off to a good start
a woman or her or something. It wasn't even a good. I was like, oh my God, stop. Why did you like sleep with them then? You know? She's like, well, I changed my mind and then I blocked him on everything. And I think he's just looking for a place to live because he just got out of prison.
Probably. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. Oh my God. So everyone is all having these relationship problems.
I'm not. My relationships are great.
Well, mine's just on the phone. I can block anytime. I just shut it off. Like, all right, well, if you want to play pretend, you can talk to yourself. So.
Well, my moon is right where it is today, like right about here.
Yeah, right about there. Yeah.
Wait, what's
it? It's a little bit
farther in.
Yeah.
Yeah, right smack middle. And I'm having an amazing day. I had a great one yesterday. I did one the day before. The day before that, it's been phenomenal, fantastic, especially because you guys, we weren't here last week, I don't think, but
no, we weren't.
I know we talked about it the week before. Probably will remember. I don't really remember dates, but I'll remember the date of just prior to. Well, it was 20th, 21st, depending on the time zone. But man, that was one of the weirdest, roughest starts to a cycle ever that I ever had. And it was like a couple week period where you have that feeling, you're like, is this gonna go away? When am I gonna go back to being like blissed out Abby? Like, I don't like this, like, but I handled some stuff and I'm better for it. And you always get to a point, or maybe you don't, I don't know what you guys are going through out there, so you'll have to forgive me, but there's times when you get to a place where you're like, where can I go from here? Like, how much higher can I go? Like, how much more detached from reality and just blissed out and amazing can life get? And it just keeps like, there's always another level, you guys. There's always another level to consciousness and like self-understanding and just like the nature of like there's always a higher level to get to. And I'll tell you what, that's way more fun. Like, those types of projects are way more fun than doing like the mundane, just tedious misery stuff. I don't want any of that. I'm sure nobody wants any of that. No, let's all get out of that cycle.
Absolutely. I'm not into drama, man. I hate drama. It's followed me everywhere. This person is just nothing but drama. I'm like, don't have to do it. It's so nice. I don't have to engage. I don't have to be a part of it. I just shut my phone off. I can disappear. It's I started meditating like again regularly. I have really good meditation sessions, and dude, I feel that blissed out shit. That's why this morning it threw me off when I was getting crazy messages. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta calm down before the show because I'm blowing up here. I'm like, mean. I don't be mean often, you guys, but I was mean today. And I felt really
sometimes you have to be mean.
Well, yeah, it was part of my meditations. Like I check in, and in my temple, it was really hot. There was a lot of like fire stuff going on, a lot of like fire dancers, fire water, fire everything. And I'm like, well, this is really cool. Like, what does this mean? And then I finally get down into it and I start meditating, and I realize I'm not asserting myself enough. I'm not, going after what I want enough. And I'm tired of doing everything for everybody else. I've been doing that, for 25 years. So I think it's time to be a little, not selfish, but like just, take care of me and do what I want and focus on my life. And
that's the thing, like good deep meditation answers all of your questions. It tells you exactly what you need to do. You have all of the answers. It's right there. Like you just got to sit down and calm your brain. And you always, it's like, you kind of forget too how great it is when you're not doing it. If you're like out of the loop for a while, you're like, oh, I should probably meditate. But then you do it again. You're like, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing. Why did I ever not do this? Well, hopefully, everybody out there, you've gotten to that place and you've had those types of deep meditations. If not,
sometimes it's not a meditation. Sometimes you do need to like curl up in a ball and cry. Sometimes you just got to like purge the emotions out. And if that's the way to do it, some people laugh. Like I used to love to just laugh my ass off and get the emotions out that way. I've been really sad, so I just like cry all the time, but it's getting better. It's getting
you got a lot of old stuff you got to get rid of.
Yeah, it's been great though. I mean, I'm already planning a little like solo trip somewhere. I keep saying I'm going to do it and I keep putting it off, but
do you know where you're going yet? If anybody has any suggestions,
I'm looking for suggestions.
Put any in there. I told her Savannah. I haven't been to Atlanta in a while. I'm not like super big on the South necessarily, but Savannah is amazing. And Atlanta, at least last I checked, was really nice too. There's a lot of cool stuff there. So, I mean,
I definitely want to go to like museums and check out like art and history and stuff like that. Like I'm into that kind of stuff. Boring. I know.
No,
I could go to a museum and spend the entire day there looking at stuff.
I like museums too, but I like history museums, but I like old history museums. All the museums here, like there's some cool ones, but it's all like World War II stuff. And I mean, I don't know how many World War II museums you can like go to, and it's like there's only so many that you can do, but
I saw an AI video and I thought I couldn't send it to you. I'll have to like screen record it, but it was Stalin versus Hitler.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In a WWE ring. Okay.
Okay. I'll take it.
And they were talking shit and it was so cool. And Stalin just laid him out, and it was like watching.
Did you send me the Mayan astrology one?
The Mayan astrology, yeah.
I actually really liked it. I thought it was kind of cool. Like
that was in my camera roll forever. And then when the Mayan astrologer had reached out with her video, I was like, oh my God, I got a little
like the graphics were cool. Like it was just a cool idea. Like totally not real, but I mean it was
they played it like it could be, though. I was like,
cool.
This is awesome. I would want to join their civilization.
Yes. I know nobody likes AI. AI has served me very well thus far. Hopefully it continues to do so.
Yeah,
and it will not become self-aware and kill everybody. So we'll see
what happens. I don't know. I mean, I've read a lot of articles about these robots are like, hey, my life doesn't have a purpose if this is all I'm doing, and they'll shut down. So, I mean, they do taught on the whole emotional intelligence.
I think if they really start to program them that way, that'll definitely happen. But I mean, I do think it's coming eventually, sooner or later. So
well, people are treating their AI more like a human being, and they're giving it human names and voices. Some people are even marrying this.
I don't think we cannot do that. I don't think we personify everything.
And what happens when one day you just get bored and you're like, wow, I married a computer program?
Well,
does that ever happen, or is that mental?
If your computer program is connected to your personal bot, what is that? Your Android, right?
Yeah.
Then it's probably all right. It's definitely okay.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I just saw a video about that too, and I'm like, really? We're giving up?
We're probably like 5 years down the road before that's as normal, and everybody just. Now, I don't want to say everybody has one, but. I'll get one. I don't care. I'm not ashamed. I'll try it out.
I
I'm not.
would probably end up sitting there when I throw clothes on it all the time if it wasn't going to clean or hang out with me, hold my stuff.
Mine doesn't clean, the one I got now. So, yes.
I love it.
Trish says, yes, despite my Prometheus changing my moon sign to Taurus when they recalibrate. I don't understand that. If anybody knows what's going on, can you guys let us know what's going on with Prometheus? We're getting mixed signals from different people. Some people are saying it's working. Some people saying it's not. Some people saying just Athens just not giving out licenses. We don't know. We're trying to get a hold of the person who the programmer. So you guys give us any insight you can, just pop that right in the chat because we need to know what's going on too. And
I'm really far behind on this Prometheus stuff. It seems like everybody knows something and I don't know anything.
Yeah, let us know.
And I love my program. So yeah, Trish, did you end up doing the same? Did you end up watching Michael's video on how to do the settings for Prometheus? Because there's like an important step that I skipped too, and it literally moved everything. And when I did the step, it moved it back. So you should be cool. You should be cool if you followed all the steps. But yeah, it's a bummer. That's a bummer.
Hey, look up astrology. Janice did an update. I haven't gotten one since. I had thousands of charts, you guys, thousands. And they're like, yeah, when you do the update, you can just like upload them back up to Janice, all your old charts. Oh, that did not happen. I tried everything and I lost all of my charts. I had so many. And so like, I just won't do an update now. I'm terrified to do another. And every time I do an update, they like move stuff around. Like, I don't need it to be that much more updated. It's pretty good the way it is. But I mean, programmers, that's how they.
Yeah, I like Prometheus because it's just so private, and the updates that were released were just like add a file. It was really easy. You had the option to add the file. You had the option to do all the updates. You don't have to, because the program seems to work fine without, depending on your settings. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of spoiled with Prometheus because I have like all the settings the way I want. It's all customized.
I like being able to color code stuff. That's definitely important for me.
I absolutely love it. And yeah, the rainbow wheels, like God, they're just so pretty, you guys. I like print mine off sometimes and I like look at them and I'm like, oh my God, you're so pretty. All right. I love Prometheus. It's like my favorite program ever. And I was looking at all the other ones and I'm like, I don't know.
It's hard once you're
it's hard when you're, it's like, I don't know. So I just need to know what's going on. Oh yeah, it moved back. She said she did. Trish did. She got the settings right. Hell yeah.
Okay, good.
I know that was a little tricky because I was like, I know what I'm doing. And I always say that. And then I end up like with my program completely effed. I've done it a couple of times, right? And then I have to go back and watch a video on how to fix it. Oh, it's terrible. But I'm good. I'm better now because I got everything where I want it. And just like you said, Abby, I don't touch a thing. Now it's
just leave it once it's up. Just don't mess with it.
Don't try to improve anything.
Hey, look up astrology. Hey, Chelsea. Oh, sorry, Nikki. Go ahead.
No, that's all right. What else is going on? Trish said the bottom.
I'm scrolling.
Okay. I missed the conversation.
Says, guy comes back. Karmic relationship comes back all the time. Yes, that's the karmic relationship. That's why I tell people too, like if it's somebody that you're like super in love with and you have this deeper spiritual connection, like just let it go, because that person's probably coming back even if you don't even want them anymore. Especially if you don't want them anymore. That's usually when they swing back around. So Desiree.
Sorry. I was going to say, we had Venus going over the South Node. And that was like I was super emotional.
What day was that?
I don't remember.
Where is Venus right now?
Venus is moving into Virgo. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a couple days ago. It was like around the full moon too. It was kind of fitting, because the full moon, we talk about it being in Pisces. It was actually on my sun, my natal sun. And I was like actually really sick and tired. Like I had flu-like symptoms. I had to like totally chill. I was completely zapped of all my energy. And I was like, what is this? Was it like the Venus South Node? Is it the full moon on my natal sun? Like, I have all of these hits happening right now. So I'm like, well, take your pick. It could be a bunch of different things. But yeah, that one, the full moon in Pisces kind of lined up with Venus going over that South Node. So it was a lot about release. Letting go of the things we can't control is kind of like letting the universe take over, pick you up and carry you. If what's right for you is going to find you. Kind of one of those things, like an accepting, energy of this is the way it is, and this is what we have to work with for the next cycle. Whatever garbage is left over, we usually have to handle during, the next cycle. And this next one is going to be pretty potent. We'll have a full moon in Aries, which is kind of kicking off a brand new emotional cycle for everybody, really. So I think it's going to be really good. We should be seeing a little bit more, I don't know, of an uplift in energy. I would hope.
Right.
I would hope anyway. We have a really cool formation in the sky happening right now. And I was talking with one of our volunteers about it, because she was like, man, I'm just not seeing it. What's going on? And she's like, everything feels so weird today. And I was like, I know, everything's felt weird for a few days. And she was like, I don't think it's Mercury. But I was like, oh, girl, that's right. Mercury. Mercury's been a part of a really big grand cross between, Pluto. Mercury's being squared by Pluto and Jupiter. Jupiter and Pluto are in a opposition. And then who the hell was Mercury? I think it was Chiron and Eris. So like there's that healing, that open wound stuff, and I've been like, on the fence about Chiron. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
But there was something about this one where I'm like, okay, I think it might be right. Maybe Chiron is about like open wounds, healing, learning, what have we learned from all of this? That's kind of what I've been getting out of this energy. It's like, it's kind of like I don't want to say like a final lesson, but it's kind of like a checking in, like, hey, what have you learned? Have you learned to like not touch the stove anymore when it's hot? It's kind of like that. Like, have you learned yet? And I feel it. You got the Jupiter square, the Jupiter squares, create a bit much, and you're not going to like almost notice it either. I think sometimes Jupiter can be a little sneaky, with your, thoughts, emotions, things like that. You're worked up and everything feels real big, bigger than what it is. And I feel like, oh God, Pluto squares just make everything weird. Like the Pluto square Venus, I had run into so many creepy like things. So I almost expected that with this like Mercury Pluto square, but no, it's just kind of made things a little bit more, I think, clearer for me. I'm not sure how you felt, analytically, intellectually, but I've actually felt a lot better. Oh, recently, like within the past few days, Pluto's
I feel
like that
amazing.
purging energy, I've been able to get a lot more things out of my head than I normally would have. Things don't weigh on me like they used to. I'm just like, I don't need that. Oh, we're moving on from that. Kind of picking and choosing and getting rid of it, just getting rid of things. Like, I don't know. I don't want to live the rest of my life, holding on to hurt and traumas and have all these like, nasty attachments, I want to have a good time. I want to like live my life. I want to meet somebody new. I want to like, go to have some fun and like make friends and, do my thing. And I'm at an age right now where I'm like, okay, I can come to terms with a lot of everything that's happened. I'm okay with it, and I think you have to hit a certain point where you're just okay with the way things are and move on from it, because you have no control. I mean, what can you control about a situation that turned out the way you didn't like? That's where acceptance comes in, and I'm a control freak. So I like to control.
Yeah,
things.
for control freaks, it's good to relinquish control. That's definitely
Yeah,
part
it's
of
a
our
big
mission in
thing.
life. We got to figure that one out.
I know.
Yes.
It's a hard one. It's a hard one. But
Yes.
what do we have going on? We have like sign changes happening. And we have a lot of stuff happening until the new moon happens. Which isn't happening until, oh God, the new moon is like what, on the 22nd?
Like 2 weeks from now?
Yeah,
I don't
2
know,
weeks
whatever
from
that
now.
is. Let's find out here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Looks like it's the 21st. Well, this is Egyptian Standard Time, I think.
Yeah.
So right around there.
Yeah, right around that. It's always like around that.
21st probably ish.
Yeah. So we'll have Mars and Mercury. Both have already moved into Libra. Libra is like a really cool sign because I like to think of it as like I don't know. It's definitely scorpionic. Like you meet these Libra folks and you're like you're just another Scorpio. What the fuck? But you have more class. Like sometimes they have a lot of class. And it's where that I love where that energy like combines because it's where like this logical, like the logical energy meets the emotional intelligence. They just always have like some of the most incredible minds. Like I just meet these folks and I'm like just always super impressed. That's rare to meet a Libra, I think, because it's like that constellation's so small, along with
it's huge.
Well, yeah, in the chart, it's a little smaller.
In Prometheus?
Compared to
Okay.
Well, like I mean, it's about the same size, I'd say, as like Cancer, though, wouldn't you say? It looks about the same size.
Probably, but
yeah, and Aries, I think Capricorn's a little bit bigger.
I do overlap, so I don't get as hung up on the boundaries as much. So to me, like everything west of Spica or east of Spica, excuse me, we're already starting to get into that territory. I also think that Cancer, the other crustacean. What am I looking at? It's right on the screen. Scorpio, yes. I think it probably extends farther out. So I kind of just go this whole middle area. So I mean, but I don't work with the boundaries and stuff, the IAU boundaries. It's not really my thing.
I'm trying not to get hung up on boundaries. When you look at a chart and you're talking it over with your client, they get a little bit more hung up on boundaries.
Yeah, because look, if we're doing Prometheus boundaries, if they're using IAU, that's basically like this tiny little portion of the sky right here.
Yeah, they use midpoints. Midpoints is what we use. So it's like taking the last star on, the furthest away from that constellation. Like it's like hard to explain. Yeah, I'm not that good at it, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's just a small difference. The boundaries are a little bit different, but they're practically the same. I prefer to just use the system. I really like just logging onto Stellarium and being like, okay, let me see where it is. Like, is it above or below the ecliptic? Is it in Cetus? Is it actually, here or there? I like to look at those things. And the more you get into the sky and the more you learn the constellations and what they all mean, you'll realize as a student, that the sky tells a whole entire story. Beautiful story, and the ancients used it to talk about like Enki and Marduk and like all the cool, like the gods were the coolest, and what they did was what we were doing. It was just kind of mimicking, life in the skies happening down below. So
yeah, they were very very much like us.
Yeah, they had all the
problems.
Same dramas.
They got drunk. Yep.
Yeah.
They got drunk and slept with someone that they weren't actually into. They did it all. They were just like, they had problems.
Yeah, I love the Venus stories. So she's like, you won't like bang me? You don't want to hook up? That's it. I'm just going to fucking wreck your life, pal.
Yep.
Dude, how many women do you know like that? It's all over television. It's crazy. I love it. I know, the overlap thing, I noticed that with Leo, like the early part of Leo up until like Regulus, you find a real image, like immaturity. There's that high sexual nature. There's a little bit of that like manipulation twist. And once you get to like Regulus, that's when I see the Leo stuff starting to mature, the leadership, the independence, those like type of qualities. You see that through the constellations as they move. It's
boss
really
energy.
interesting.
It does towards the latter part. It does start to even out a little bit, get a little bit more grounded. Yeah. Yeah, they really do. They're very fluid.
Yeah, they change over like the beginning of Leo or the beginning of Virgo is not the same person or your energy you're going to see at the end of that constellation.
Right,
and
right.
that's that's not something a lot of astrologers talk about.
I don't think they're taught that. I don't think they have any room. It's just like that person in that Facebook group who was like, who gave you permission to read that?
Yeah. And I was like, I do whatever I want, honey.
Yeah.
I don't need anybody to tell me what to do. There's no God over the zodiac. Okay. There's like, oh, you do it this way, or we're going to burn you at the stake.
Right.
Like,
right.
Nobody does that anymore. So
yeah, Virgo's like that. Virgo does that too. Virgo starts out way more introverted, I think, like towards the middle, and it starts to open up more social towards this eastern part of Spica. You start to get the real business acumen between Virgo and Libra. Libra starts to get a lot more personable, I think, towards the middle, a little bit more on the emotional side. You get like the deep emotional stuff coming up here, and the other crustacean, Scorpio, that's the one. Then you start to get like more of that decisive healing type of energy. It bleeds over into this side where in Sagittarius, he's like very like going right after what you want. You have that throughout a lot of Sagittarius, although in the beginning it's definitely more intuitive, more spiritually led. It starts to get more I don't want to say like mundane or materialistic. That's not the word. It's more it becomes more passionate, more devoted as you start to get into Capricorn. Then you start to get like the nurturing stuff becomes much more magical and intuitive. As you get to the fish side, all that magic intuitive becomes more more artistic, more refined, more innovative. That innovation starts to pull more from like the cosmic centers over here in this fish of Pisces. It starts to get really blissed out and in some cases a little wacky. Then it kind of devolves into more like that raw creativity. Some of that more again, more passionate energy, more fertile energy, more sexual energy in the back half of the bull, you guys, where the thing is at, where it would have been. Then you get more into like that that forceful, dominant bull energy, more in like the creative power. Up here you get like the divine energy of the horns of the bull that bleeds into these two constellations. You get Orion leadership, you get more protective energy. So like, I mean, the whole thing tells a story, you guys. It's all there. It doesn't have to be like this weird, there's 30 degrees and that's all that it does.
And that's a lot like how it's taught. They just a lot of, teachers. I'm not saying all of them. Obviously, I haven't been around long enough to explore it all.
Well, they're just teaching what they've been taught. That's what they know.
And it's just whatever's on the ecliptic, but they're like Orion's club, the moon will sit on that sometimes, doesn't it? There's planets that hit these constellations that are really close to the ecliptic, and like that means something. That's mean that you don't just ignore it and be like, oh well, it's cuspy. Well, there's something there. We should look at it. And Demuzid is the original guy for Orion, correct? I mean, it was Demuzid, but
I was Aries. Aries. This guy up here, there's a connection to Demuzid. There's Shepherd.
The Shepherd
up here.
I thought it was Orion.
I mean, they're in the same spot of the sky, so you get a lot of the same stuff.
Okay. I was reading about it the other day, and I was like, oh, I better get caught up on this stuff.
It's like soft, protective leadership.
Divine guidance.
Yeah.
All of that. Yeah, that's where the Silver Gate is in esoteric astrology. They talk about it's just directly across from the galactic center.
Oh, okay.
And I'm still like on the fence about what that really entails.
What? The galactic center?
The Silver Gate. No, the galactic center is pretty.
What's the Silver Gate? I don't know what that is.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Is that like the Lion's Gate thing?
I don't know. It's like directly across from the galactic center. And they're like, that's the Silver Gate, the gate of man. And I'm like, elaborate.
Yeah, I want
anybody.
to
And
know what that is.
yeah,
Can't just say it. Like, what is
yeah,
it?
I know. Well, and then I'll get on some of these videos or I'll get on some of these articles and they don't really answer the question. It's like a politician wrote it. And I'm like, okay, I guess, like we'll just, are we making it up as we go? I mean,
I think sometimes, yeah, it seems to be how it goes.
yeah, everyone
But
wants to have like little special places in the sky, but the entire sky is special, guys. There's no
yeah,
like
it's all different. Yeah.
yeah, there's no one place that's better than the other. I know a lot of people look at their charts and they're like, tell me I'm special, like we all looked at our chart and was like, what is it about this that, makes me the way I am? And the
Well,
fact
it'll
that
definitely tell you that if you're doing it right.
yeah, absolutely. Use the real sky, guys. Use the
Yeah, for
real
sure.
sky. You're not going to find it when you're doing tropical. I've been having these discussions. I've been seeing these discussions about how tropical is still something that people find useful. And you know what? I'm not going to argue with anybody. If you find it useful and you find healing energy coming out of it, and that's your thing, like, good. I'm so happy for you. I found the opposite. So, that's why I do what I do. But I'm not going to argue with anybody about it. If you want to like keep going, I would do it. But let me give you a reading. If that
Right.
changes your mind,
Right.
that's how I feel. But I mean, like, my whole entire life has changed when I started following like astrology this way and applying the lessons that were in my chart. I think the best way to learn astrology is to learn your own chart and learn it well.
Oh yeah.
Learn
Yeah.
what the hell everything in there means. And there's times where I've gone over my shit and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And then I'm like, what, like, what does this even mean? Like my son, like my son being in Pisces, I'm like, oh, that's why I'm like, I'm just like ditzy because I'm a son in Pisces. Like, no, there's like an actual like reason for it. I have a lot of like compassion for other people. I really want to help humanity get through whatever the fuck we decided we were doing. I kind of hopped on the train a little late, I think, but I really want to help people. I'm very much connected to the spirit world. I live like halfway in there and I try not to. I mean, I sit and I talk to my guides and I try to be more grounded in reality. But that the reality is that I'm never going to escape that. I'm never going to escape, dead people showing up and being like, it's never when I need you. Where were you when I was talking to your wife? No, you're waiting for me to like be on the toilet, just hanging out doing crossword puzzles, and you're like, hey.
Yeah, they're not sometimes they're not particularly helpful, that's true.
That's what I found.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing with that. And I always felt like I was supposed to be doing mediumship. But I found that those messages weren't reliable and they were always like the same, like, hey, I'm okay. Like, I love you. And I'm like, well, where's the evidence? I need evidential mediumship stuff. But lately it's been cranked up. So I just the support, the love, the everything, I spend a lot of time alone. I'm alone most of the time. I was alone a lot when I was, in my marriage. So, I formed a really good bond with all of the spirits around me and I do feel protected. I feel like they're my friends and, so there's no escaping that. And I think if you have heavy Pisces placements, you know what I'm talking about. You don't even have to be like, oh, that's weird. I don't talk to anybody.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a schizophrenic talk to anybody, guys. It's not like that.
There's definitely places in the chart that'll open that up for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But everybody has the ability to be intuitive, to be psychic in some way. Everybody's getting messages from beyond. They're usually symbolic, like dreamlike in nature. I've been dreaming like crazy. And I'm like, shouldn't be. I just shouldn't be. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to party so hard tonight that I don't dream about anything. And I do. I have the most colorful dreams, and I'm like, okay.
That's great. I love my dreams.
Yeah. Well,
Most
when
of
they're
the
not
time.
nightmares, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all
They've been
got one of those
okay.
things.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been all right now. In my dreams, I'm looking for a place to live. I don't have anywhere to live. And I keep crashing at different houses. And I'm like, this is fucked up.
I had a few of those this last year, but I don't think they're mine. I think they're my mom's. I know I've told this story before. I'll tell it again since we're on the subject. But this one time, my daughter, who was probably 7 at the time, she's like, oh, well, first I had this dream. It was really weird. This guy, like, it was like he didn't have a face. It was just like nothing there, you know?
Oh,
and he was fine.
Cool.
I knew it was Demon Steve from the house on the farm in Michigan. But I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. And then my daughter that same day, she's like, I had this really weird dream. I'm like, what was it? She's like, I dreamt about this guy, but he like didn't have a face and was all black. And I'm like, shut up, that's crazy. So then like 2 days later, my mom's like, oh my God, the few days ago, I had this dream. This guy, he didn't have a face. He had like static, like on your TV, like the snow for a face. I'm like, shut up, that's crazy. So like we all dreamt of the same guy. Granted, it was a little different and it was like basically all on the same day. But what are you supposed to do with that information? Is it really helpful? Probably not, right?
Yeah. I mean, you don't know what he was trying to tell everybody.
I think he was just there. I think that's just Demon Steve who lives on the farm. I think now he lives with Mom. By the way, hi, Chrissy's Country Kitchen. I saw you in here with all the pumpkins in the chat. I don't know if you're still on. I know sometimes she jumps on and off, but yeah, so she brought him with her in a bottle, and then she let him out, and I think he was pissed because like the air conditioner broke, then the refrigerator broke, then the air conditioner broke again. And so she's like, no, you got to go back in the bottle. So, but he's probably just sassy because he's trapped in a bottle. I don't know. Hey, that's a gin. What do you want? That's like,
yeah, I don't know. I've been trying
sometimes they got to go in the bottle, I guess. I don't know.
And every time I try to like talk to the one in the closet, he goes away. You're like, oh,
he's scared. They get scared. They don't want you.
You're like, I'm here. I'm like, yeah, I've known you were here since before I moved in. Like, come on. Yep. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Dude. Psychic, duh. Come on. I don't think he watches me sleep anymore, though. I've been sleeping a lot better.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, he's probably creeping on somebody else, or your cat scared him away. They don't like the cats. The cats, they freak them out. Cats don't mess around.
Yeah, Moses has been different lately. He's been really good. Is
that your cat's real name?
Yeah, Moses. Yeah,
Titty, and I really thought like that was his name.
Well, because he's like big and fluffy, and I would be like, oh my God, you're like a big titty, you know, big like titty? Everybody loves titties, so.
And it rhymes with kitty?
Yeah, and it rhymes with kitty, so, I mean, it's universal, guys. Everybody loves boobs. If you're a girl, you love boobs. If you're a guy, you love boobs.
Gay guys love boobs, too.
Gay guys love boobs, too. There you go.
They do.
I know they do.
Yeah, they do.
Dude, everybody loves boobs, so it's a universal thing. We're all into
it. It's legit.
I know. Love it.
Desiree says my moon is in Virgo.
Nice. Nice.
Yes. Look Up Astrology says, Lyle, Trish, in my astrology class, we just did my brand new grandson's life path reading, and he's also cuspy Aries Taurus. I was literally watching on Stellarium in real time. Sorry, off topic.
No, that's
awesome. I think that's a really strong placement, personally. I think that's good. Desiree says, meditation is like working out. I feel the same way about exercising. When I stop, I forget how good it makes me feel. Yeah, it feels awesome.
It's amazing. I get some good visuals. I get shit that I'm like, wow, I just did a 10-minute meditation and I feel like I did an hour.
Yeah.
Watched a whole movie. Had a really cool experience.
Chrissy says Panama City Beach, Florida. So
what is
that? One's probably
Ooh, for going somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I could go.
When you get sick in Florida? What if you went in
Florida? Well, that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go in like either January or February. Yeah, I figure I'd go somewhere warm. Somebody brought up the Bahamas, and she was like, "You should go to the Bahamas," and I was like,
"That'd be good.
That'd be good." I don't know. My dad's freaking out on me. He's like, "You're a woman. You can't go alone. You need to bring somebody." And I'm like, "So I have to do whatever they want then, and I don't get to do whatever I want."
Yeah, that's crazy.
And yeah. He's like,
there's women that backpack through Iran and Afghanistan and stuff. Like, come on. Like, I'm pretty sure you can handle the Bahamas.
I can handle a short trip somewhere warm for just me.
I think.
I just worry about eating, though. I have such a bad, like,
a lot of those, if you go to someplace good, you'll be able to eat good, real food.
Yes,
so
that's exactly what I'm looking for. I can't go somewhere that I know. I was thinking about going to Chicago because I'm like, well, Chicago's right there. I can spend like a long weekend there, go to the museums, do it, but there's nowhere to eat. Like I would have to like
in Chicago?
There is, but it's like I can't eat like
pizza.
I can't have anything with butter on it. So if you go to a steakhouse, you know, they just load it with butter. You know, I have such bad food allergies. I'd just be eating like garbage.
That would be hard.
I'd have to pack a cooler, you know, so I have to be really careful about where I go, which sucks. It sucks.
You have salads and stuff. You'd be all right, Niki.
Well, I was thinking about going out to Maine, you know, but I would go in like probably like the summertime. So
yeah, that'd be better in the summer.
Not the winter time. I like a lobster, and I don't know. I do
butter.
that. Fuck, I know. I just
that sucks. Oh my god, butter's so amazing.
Dude, it is. Imagine eating with no dairy. No dairy. My dad doesn't get it.
I was a vegan.
Oh, I don't know how you did that. Yeah,
it was horrible.
Suck.
Yeah, for like 9 years, it was terrible, and it was the worst. And my body's still not right because of it.
When I know that I've had dairy, I get these hormone patches right here, the same patches I would get when I was pregnant.
See, that's the thing, Niki. If you could get like raw milk from an Amish person, you might not have any of those issues. It might just be like shit that they put in the food, in the milk and stuff, in the dairy.
Well, I wanted to try eggs again, and
but
my guys were like, no, don't do it. And I was like, well, what about the duck eggs? They're like, don't do it.
No.
Ask them why. They're like, there's drugs in the food. And I'm like,
feed is full of antibiotics.
Yeah.
Poultry, you can't, like, you have to specially either make it yourself or order it. And it's extremely expensive. So like even, I don't know. I think for organic eggs and stuff, I still think that they get antibiotics. I don't think that counts as a chemical because it's like it's just a medication, like a normal medication that they give chickens and poultry and stuff.
Well, it's in their food too, like whatever they're buying to feed them, like it's in there. So because I was getting eggs from an independent person, and whatever they're feeding them, like I still can't
it's the antibiotics. Well, I mean that, and there's also a lot of histamine supposedly in eggs, but that sucks.
Yeah, I choke. I'm like I bought a box of Benadryl just so I could try some different foods out again, just in case, and just pop a Benadryl. But I was like, oh man,
Niki, keep meditating. Your food sensitivities will get better. Okay? Yeah, they definitely will. You can heal. There's nothing in your body that you can't heal, except for maybe like well, I don't even want to say that. I know there's people, they've had like most of their brain removed and they're perfectly like normal and they can do everything. Oh, like seriously. So I mean, you should be all right is what I'm saying.
I saw a meme. It wasn't even a meme. It was real. And this guy was missing like half his fucking brain his whole life.
Yeah. Yeah.
This woman was like, check them all. Check all the men.
Oh, in case they don't have their brains, you mean?
Yeah, because I think it might be a thing. And I was laughing and I was like, yeah.
Maybe.
It could be. You're right. I'm so hungry, you guys. I don't eat garbage. I don't eat sugar. I'm like, I'm really, really good. But I still just think about eating what it would be like to have fluffy cake with all the whipped cream frosting. And I know you're not a cake person, but I am. Oh, and brownies and with like chocolate frosting on them.
Ugh.
Pizza. No. Oh my God. My favorite pizza place. I work down the road from it. And like every lunchtime you can smell it. And it's incredible. And they have like one of those stone ovens and I can't eat that. Like,
I don't know.
I feel like I'm being punished. Like I didn't even come here. I thought I was coming here to like help people. And like, God's like, you're punished.
That's not what it is, Niki.
Feels like stress. A punishment.
No, it's just you put too much stress on your body for too many years and it starts to react to stuff. So once you remove the stress long enough, you will have, and the meditation obviously will help you with that. You'll have fewer food sensitivities. That's how it works. I promise you that's how it works.
All right.
So,
I trust
and
you.
that's why when you quit working at that, doing hair, a lot of your health issues, like they didn't all get better, but they sure got a lot better than they
Yeah,
were.
they
Like you
did.
couldn't move and stuff. You were really sick. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of it's just stress.
You're
and I've seen
right.
your chart, and I can assure you that that's a big part of it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Stress. You're right.
it is. It is.
I'm like, no, I'm not stressed.
Oh my God, yes, you definitely still are. So like once I'm telling you, you will have fewer issues once you can like go longer without just being under constant stress. You know, I was a workaholic. I probably still am. I just have to, you know, really check
Yeah.
myself. And I didn't realize how much stress I was under because my stress was fun. I was having fun, like building people's businesses and like running my, you know, like it was fun. But so, and I didn't realize like you're constantly on, you're in a competition with yourself, like from the time you wake up till the time you go to bed. And I'm like, oh my God, like fun, excitement. Like you shouldn't go to see, I don't know if you guys know about Cedar Point in America, like in Ohio. It's like the coolest place ever, but I mean, the lines are too long, but it's definitely like has the best roller coasters. But anyways, like you can't go there every day. You will, like your body can't handle that much excitement, even if it's fun. Like it will start to break down. And I just didn't really recognize my, you know,
No,
like
I
I was
get
having
it.
all of those issues.
You worded it perfectly for me because I'm like that. I'm like, I get in like my own little personal competitions with myself, and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to beat my best record.
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet, and I'm still shooting for the stars. And
Yeah.
yeah.
That's you got something in Aries too, don't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. My MC is in there, my Mercury and my Mars. Yeah, I got a lot going
Yeah,
on.
I think some of that's Aries. Trish, you'll have to let us know because you got Moon pretty close to that area too. Desiree says, "Oh, Trish says I actually enjoy AI. I think it's fun, and I stay away from the doomsday people. I love to watch the AI baby politicians reels. It's hilarious. Yeah, I like AI. Generally speaking, I think it's cool. I mean, it definitely there's room to go dark with it, but that's with anything.
Oh yeah.
Anything, you know. So it's what do you want to do with it? I know Joe Rogan had that song. He was talking about it the other day, and they've since taken it down. I was able to find another place, but it was they did 50 this cover. It's like this old this like blues version of Many Men, like 50 Cent's Many Men. It's amazing, and it's all AI. Well, a bunch of people went to it and they kicked it off. But if you guys can find it, like it's incredible. Like it gives you chills. It's unbelievable, and you're like, a robot made this, and I'm like, yeah, but technically, okay.
You sent that to me. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was so beautiful. And it was like, it was 50 Cent's song and this old jazz singer who's passed on. It was his voice.
No, it's not real. No, it's not. It wasn't.
Well, I know it's not real, but they like, didn't they?
No, it's all completely AI. So that's not a real guy. That's not a real voice.
Oh my God,
it was
I thought it was.
So what it is they just take a bunch of different, inputs basically, and then they create something new out of it. So technically, yes, a robot is doing it, but at the same time, it is all originally based on real people. And like the thing that I don't like is pretty much all music over the last 20 years is all just auto-tune anyways. So I don't see why anybody can bitch about AI music when everybody like just has it's all
oh my God, it's terrible.
Don't even it's just terrible.
The new music is just gross. There's zero like creative energy. That's just remakes of everything.
Exactly.
Everybody sounds the same.
So I'll take that AI stuff as long as it sounds good. Like it's got a good beat and stuff. Like I don't care. It's a lot better than some of the garbage real people are putting out, but that's my opinion. Desiree says, I like AI too. I use Copilot and Alexa. I'm scared of Alexa because she's a spy. Not that it friggin' matters because everything else spies. Just your regular phone just be spying on you too. So I guess it doesn't matter. But here we don't have Alexa. We have Elisa, and it's really confusing. We don't have one in our house for the reasons I just mentioned, but my mother-in-law has one, and my daughter's name is Elisa in Russian. So like anytime somebody's like, Elisa, the friggin' robot tries talking to you, and you're like, oh, it's annoying. It's really annoying.
I got weirded out because when I was with, what was it, Pandora or something, they sent me like one of those Google things that had Alexa on it. And I like set it up. And then I was like, well, I basically just, when I got all done, because I was all excited, I like got it started. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I just basically set up the whole spy thing.
Yep,
Like,
right in your house.
right in my house.
It doesn't matter if you have a security system, you got a Ring doorbell, you got a new refrigerator, washing machine, they're all listening to you. You got the new smart meter on your house, it's all listening to you. And Alex Jones was right like 20 years ago. So
yeah, can we have an Alex Jones show sometime? Because that guy was right about a lot of things. And
we should, but I think he's compromised now.
Oh, he's very compromised.
I think they got to him.
They did.
Yep, after his lawsuit, he was hurting for cash. I think they got to him.
My kids used to listen to him and show me his videos. And I'm like, this guy's serious? This is real? This is some real shit? And then I go back and listen to it. And they're like, Alex Jones already said that, Mom. I'm like, oh my God. You guys are into it. I was never into it, you know.
I used to listen to Alex Jones every day. He's hilarious. It was like calming.
It was calming.
Yeah. It was like, well, you know
what? Every time I saw him, he was like, and then they did this.
Yeah, for sure. But the reason why I was calming, it was like somebody, it was just nice to know somebody out there is handling this and I don't have to like, I don't have to be the one to tell everybody that like all this stuff's going on. So like it just made me feel better. Like, nope, these people got it. Like they know what's going on. I don't gotta do that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It has gotten weird though, the way we communicate and how it's getting shut down. It's kind of changing. And we talked about that when we did the forecasting for the year sure about how that's changing. And
we nailed a lot of stuff, Nikki. We got it. Yeah, we're gonna at the end of this year we need to go back and watch the other one and see how we did.
That was like the first time I did a yearly forecast. I think I only made it like 6 months in where I was able to, because I thought you were just gonna do it. I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be cool. Like just comment.
And then I was like, no, so what do you think?
You're doing it. And I'm like, what? What? Okay. But it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. And it's really creepy watching everything happen.
Yeah.
It really is. So actually I was looking ahead. I've been looking ahead a lot at some of these heavier things that we have going on. I don't have my notes for that though, so I'm not going to talk about it.
We'll hit it next time.
Yeah, I'll save it for the next show. But we have a lot of challenges coming up, in the United States and just, all around the world, really. So I don't think we need to address it. We got pretty dark the last episode when we were talking about it. And I think that's enough darkness for now. But we know changes are happening. We know changes are coming. But what's really cool is that everybody sees how it's being played out and on the public stage. And we all know that there's a lot of lying, a lot of hiding, a lot of manipulation. And, the media will make it look like, nobody knows and everyone's divided and nobody like cares about each other. And it's this group or faction against this one. And that's not real. Everybody knows who's living life right now. Like you talk to regular people, they're not extremists. They're not like extremely like on this side religiously or not, like there's a lot of understanding, compassion, and uptick in morality, like these issues, these things are being talked about. People care about each other. They care about their neighbor. They don't give a shit if their neighbor is Jewish or Christian. There's a lot of people out there. The majority cares about what happens, to humanity in the world. So we're going to handle this. We're going to get through it. There's lots of love and lots of, beauty out there, and don't let the ugly like media with their ugly like lies and bullshit, like don't let them trick you into thinking the world is just so terrible. It's just a show. It's just
I told you I started feeling really good about 4 or 5 days ago, something like that. And it did happen to coincide when I got back off of all YouTube, like no funny cat videos or anything, because I have watched a few Olympic lifting videos just for like technique stuff, but other than that, like nothing at all. And so I had done that for maybe like 3 or 4 months, and then the Charlie Kirk stuff happened, and I jumped. It crept back in. I just was like, well, what's going on? What are they lying about now?
Yeah,
like, it's crazy.
if that wasn't like the most set up shit I've ever seen in my life, I'm like that.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
And it, so in a really sick way, I realized like it's entertaining just to watch like people melt down and stuff, just the crazy stuff that they try to get away with, but then but I did notice, so after having like a period without anything like that, only like positive stuff if anything, and then like just a maybe a month or two span of little bit of the just regular whatever comes across on your feed, right, when you're bored, and then nothing again, like, oh my God, it really does. It saps your creative power, like your spiritual power. Now, granted, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. When I went to I went to a dark place a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Right after was that the solar eclipse? Yeah. There were I had some like legit stuff go down. Okay. And there were a few days in there where YouTube got me through, like got me to a place where I could let go of some stuff, like some legit trauma. It was that thing, like I can't eat, I can't sleep, like it's just in my body. No matter what my spirit says, like my body's not buying it. My body's having a reaction to stuff.
Yeah.
And funny cat videos got me through. Okay. So but that's the thing. So it's like there's a level right in the middle. If you're already above that level, like you don't need to go back down to feel the love and the warmth. But if you're below that, if you're like at a lower place, then that's obviously going to bring you up. So I mean, it's just like, again, it's like AI. Everything has its good and bad sides to it. It's what you want to do with it, how much you're going to let it work, or let it affect you.
Well, yeah, I mean, we live in a world of opposites, and dichotomy. So if you're like super down and out and sad, it makes sense to watch funny videos, laughing stuff, like put on a funny movie or whatever. Yeah. I've been into that. I've been doing that. I don't know. I've been sitting a lot with my grief, and I just want to have new experiences. The North Node's moving through my 7th house, relationships. So, I think it hits a point in time where, I'm just done sitting with this, and I want to just move on. I want to have new relationships. I want to try new things, and I want to experience new things. And I'm going to, I'm going to teach my nervous system that not everybody's bad. Not everything is like worth shaking over, or being, afraid or whatever.
Right. Exactly.
There's not a horrible life lesson behind every corner, so.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It's kind of exciting.
Desiree says mine doesn't clean either.
Yeah.
So, no surprise. No surprise. I'd be more, honestly, granted, I don't know, this is not true, like, or maybe it is true. I have been around a lot of men in my life, not a lot of females so much. So like mostly guys, they don't clean. And honestly, I'd be almost kind of a little creeped out if they did. And I know they're out there. So if you're watching this and you're a guy and you're a neat freak and you're clean, more power to you. Congratulations. You're definitely probably an anomaly based on my own personal experience. It's anecdotal, I realize. But like, I'd be more worried if you're a guy and you're like, meticulously folding your socks. I'd be worried you're a serial killer. That'd be my first go-to. Like, this guy's definitely going to make a lampshade out of me. So, I
don't know. I lived with somebody who had serial killer energy, man. He didn't clean either.
Okay. So yeah, some of them don't clean too. That's true.
My son is very particular. He likes things organized and clean, but he's got some Virgo placements.
Okay, well, that makes sense. I would understand that. That actually.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Yeah, I mean, he's not super like organized, super clean or anything, but he definitely likes things tidy.
Got a little the OCD.
Oh my God, yeah. The other day we spent hours trying to figure out his fucking brake pedal. I'm like, you call me of all people. to help you figure out why your brake pedal's squeaking. I was like, we can WD-40 everything. That's all I know how to do.
Yeah, that's the extent of my skills too.
That was it. That was what we did. So.
Yeah. Trish says, yes, it moved back.
Oh, good. Of the Prometheus thing. Yeah.
Okay. Trish said, my Venus is in Virgo. I think we covered that one. That's crazy because I had that conversation where I set boundaries with him on Monday, the full moon in Pisces, my south node, and then Venus was in Virgo, which is my Venus in Virgo. Yep, reset some cycles, handling some business. That it'll definitely do it.
Yeah, Monday. Okay, that was the day. Yeah, I've been dealing with bullshit since Monday. So yeah. Yeah, yep. Today I was like, this is it.
Trish says, I learned that I shouldn't have sex with emotionally unavailable men, even if he happens to be my twin flame. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Yeah. I know.
Yep. Well, live and learn, I guess.
We're all living and learning, man. It's okay. You are forgiven. It's all right. Sometimes we just have urges and we're like, oh, well, this might benefit me a little bit. And then I'll cut this person off.
Can you guys hear the whistle in the background?
Yeah,
the whistle going. Like, come on, you guys, what's up? I just had to scream at my family real quick.
Oh, yeah.
They know I'm on a call. Like, I do the same. Like, I work at the same time every night. Like, come on, you guys. All right. What else? Trish says. Oh no, I read that one. Chell says about people marrying technology. Is that something that you would be able to see the potential for in someone's chart? I think we'd have to do some like data tracking in there. I'd look for some general. So maybe the Aries moon or Aries placement, because I think there may be more sexual energy in there that needs to potentially find a way out. I think that that's possible, but I think that we should reserve judgment until we actually have enough data on it. By the way, you guys, we are for the ISAA, we are going to be doing some anonymous polling and that type of thing to try to get a better feel. We tried it out at the event, which went great. If we didn't talk about that already, it was great. But I messed up the poll. I forgot to put Libra and Scorpio for options. So like we didn't get all the information, but we're going to start doing questions like that. We're also, so in the video description, you'll see a link to the free, what is that called?
The webinar.
Workshop. Yes, the workshop. On November 1st, yes. So we're going to do one for that. We're also at some point probably going to do, it'll have to be an 18 plus, do one about sex and astrology too. If there are any topics, you guys, that you want to do workshops on, like, please let us know. We can handle that. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Chat with Lorna says, look up, congratulations on the grandson. Yes, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. I've seen pictures. He's beautiful. No, everyone's having babies and it's making me want to have babies. I'm like, no.
Oh, just look at him from afar. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's just a, yeah.
You got daughters. You'll be having some grandkids here soon. Right?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. I mean, in a few years, it'll be hopefully.
How old are
Well, my oldest daughter is 22, and then my youngest is going to be 17 soon. So
my cousin's already had like 3 by that point, so you'll have them soon.
Eventually, I'll just get another cat. I think eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure Teddy would like that. Trish says, I honestly can't stand the egoism and the metaphysical and spiritual communities, the whole chosen ones and titles for people where they're elevated above others. It's so gross. I agree.
Oh my God, I agree with that. I have dealt with that the entire time I've dipped in and out of these metaphysical like groups, and I'm like, I just ignore it because I'm like, yeah, like we talked about it a little bit in the chat too. Like everybody who's been reincarnated has always been somebody special. Like you never
like somebody
ordinary
famous
dude. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm special because, like, yeah, we're all special, pal. Okay.
I had some guy. So when the first metaphysical store I worked at, there was this guy, and he was, no offense to Wiccans. Wicca's great. I'm just saying, like, but there are some stereotypical Wiccans, if you know what I mean. And he was definitely one of them. And he was like, yeah, did you remember on the, the movie Titanic? Because this was what, like 99 or 2000, so it wasn't that old of a movie, and everybody had seen it like 100 times. He's like, the little Irish kids, and the mom is like, with the Irish kids when they drown in the Titanic. He's like, I was that little boy. And even at like 18 or 19 or whatever I was at the time, I'm like, that seems fucking stupid. how would you be like a particular little boy from a movie? You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude, come on. I guess there's like some, and now don't get me wrong. I totally believe people can be reincarnated famous people and that you can find who you were. But usually those people aren't out like just going around being like, oh yeah, I was Lizzie Borden or I was Jeffrey Dahmer. Nobody's really doing that now, but you know what I mean? Plus there's like, there's something called split incarnation.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. So if you go and you look up, I used to have it on my old website when I had all my psychic stuff. I had a bunch of documented cases and you could see like the side by sides. It's these people. It's not just that they look the same. They have like almost identical lives. As a matter of fact, Joe Rogan was just talking about that the other day too, with those two baseball players. They even had like the same last name, the same surgery. They're not related. Had like everything's the same, but it's this concept called split incarnation. So like your soul doesn't just necessarily go into the one body, it can go into multiple bodies and so on.
Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Known this.
Yes. So a lot of the people, like I think it's very possible that Lizzie Borden, for example, and I'm using her in particular because there's like some documented like over 1,000 people who are for sure, like they say that they were Lizzie Borden. Don't ask. If you guys don't know, Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks when she's seen what she had done. She gave her father 41. I think I'm saying it right if you're not familiar with the case of the century back in like, what was it, like the 1800s or something before OJ? Yeah, so
OJ. She was the OJ before
yep,
OJ.
she was the original OJ.
So yeah.
Yeah,
well,
but
they
like
couldn't prove it because they actually think that it was her sister that did it.
Oh, I didn't know
Isn't that what it was? I don't know. I watched something on it. I
was pretty sure that my cat was the reincarnation of Lizzie Borden at one point, and I don't know why we thought that. Yeah, she just had that vibe, you know. So who knows? Maybe these people are all the famous people that they think they are, but I think there's something else to it where you're like you want your validation and you want to know that you are somebody special, and it just makes you feel good. And I don't know that, you know, like I just think it's something to be aware of. And if you're
I've done the hypnosis, and you know, and I feel like I was being lied to. I mean, they showed me
the hypnosis.
Oh, well, not by the person, but just like my guides. I don't think they really wanted to show me anything. They kept showing me different things, like and leading me like around in circles. And I don't know if I've actually really had any other lives here. I mean, I'm sure I have, but I didn't get what I wanted out of that at all. So I don't know. Maria, we talked about doing a hypnosis session, but I think that's like the offer's gone, you know.
The past life regression.
Yeah. I would totally do that again because I've been really
I used to do them for a lot of people. I can tell you that most people's past lives are pretty boring.
Yeah, I mean,
just work and paying bills, trying to feed the kids.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not all like an epic summer blockbuster, you know.
Not at all. Yeah, not at all. I didn't have the most great, but they wouldn't show me a lot. They would show me as a child and then like dying right away. Like they kept showing me dying horribly,
maybe
over and over until she was like, I got to take you out of this. And then I ended up somewhere else and ended up talking to her like dead brother for her. And then yeah, it was great. And she got more out of that than I did. So, but that's okay. That's okay. I was just going anyway, because I was like going to try to find one of my guides to punch him in the face because I was having a really bad time. That was actually the reason why they were probably like, you're not.
I don't think they're messing with you. I don't think that they're trying to torture you. Trish said, I had a dream that my person was hiding a relationship from me. He ghosted me for over a week after I had that dream. He came back, and that's when I had that conversation and pulled back. Okay. Yeah. Got to read the signs, I guess.
Yeah.
I have premonition. She sees stuff in her dreams before.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to him. Yes.
Trust your intuition. Sure. Just trust your intuition. I mean, who cares? I mean, I wish I would have. If I would have trusted my intuition, I would have been free like, I don't know, 13, 14 years ago. So Probably
Well,
more than
you
that.
got your kids out of it, you know. Don't have any
Yeah,
regrets.
yeah, I love my kids so
It's
much.
led you to this
I
point.
love my kids. My
Yeah.
daughter just had a dream about me having a baby, and she's like, she swears she's like got premonition dreams, and I'm like, well, I'm actually starting all these new creative projects.
Well, yeah, see?
So yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Look Up Astrology says, I wouldn't go to Chicago.
Yeah, I don't want to, man. I'm scared. Like, I had so many customers that were like, you can't go to Chicago because you look like that, and you're going to be alone. And I was like, the fuck?
I haven't been since like
what does that
the mid-90s, and it was really nice. It was awesome, actually, but it's been, that was a long time ago. So
yeah, I don't know. I've been warned. So I was like, okay, you're like by different people too, so that don't know each other. So,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Might not be a lie. Might be dangerous.
Yeah.
So
Look Up Astrology says, I'm going to Phoenix next week.
I have family in Phoenix. I thought about going there too. Maybe I'll think about it. I wasn't sure if they had good museums or anything there. I don't know. I've been to Phoenix, and it's okay. It's like GTA.
Yeah. I don't have any particular affinity for the desert, at least not in the United States. So I don't know. I don't know. That wouldn't. Everybody I know who goes there loves it, so it's probably great.
I've been there.
That whole like
somewhere new.
It's too dry. I can't handle it. Even California's too dry for me. I get nosebleeds. Like
yeah, I love it out there because my hair and skin look better than they've ever had, like ever.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, oh, this is why all the Hollywood stars love living out here in LA. But that's it. That's the only like the water situation freaks me out. Yeah. You can't drink the water out of the tap. Like I don't.
Oh, we don't drink the tap water here.
Nobody does. Turns out nobody does. I did growing up because we had a well and it was the most amazing water in the world.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, on the farm too. We had a well and it was great. It was awesome. We just chugged out the hose.
I remember. That was awesome. I used to do that. Now I live in a city that sometimes the water comes out of the tap like yellow and I'm like, what is this? So I Brita filter every.
Oh yeah, that's probably good.
It's so gross. I don't know what's going on.
Trish said August in Maine. It's blueberry harvest season. Then Niki, yeah, that sounds good.
That does sound good.
My mom's family is from Maine, down east. We are way up by the northeast Canadian border. We used to have a blueberry farm in Cooper, Maine. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll do that. I know they got the cool Stephen King tours and stuff like that in Bangor. They got his
that'd be cool.
mansion, and yeah, I'm into those movies, man. That scared the shit out of me. Oh, what did I watch? It was the movie It. Scared me for years.
Really?
Yeah. Remember when he comes like the hand comes up out of the sink?
I never saw
I thought that was gonna come up out of the toilet. I was convinced forever.
I never saw the movies. I read all of his books and stuff, his older ones. I was like that's when I first started to read. I went from Goosebumps books. Yeah. And because I'm like, reading is lame. I don't want to read. And then I got like some Goosebumps books and I'm like, ooh, scary. They like make scary books. I'm like, okay, well, what's next? Like, so I went right from that to Stephen King. And that was, it's great. You know, I learned that I actually do love to read, but it's got to be something that's interesting to me. He's
got a really good writing technique. Like he really knows how to touch on things that just creep you the fuck out, and to be able to like put it into words and make you create and have it create an actual feeling of like, oh, like how do you fucking do that? He does a really good job at that. Yeah, I read his stuff and I'm like, oh. It's awesome. There was a story I read called 1929, and they made a movie about it. It was just creepy. Yeah, fucking creep. I couldn't even watch the movie. I was like, I actually got rid of the book because like I was so creeped out.
That happened to me with Salem's Lot. I had to put like stickers on it to like keep the spirits inside and like put it under a blanket. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think he did a lot of folk, from what I understand, like a lot. But aside from that, I think that some writers, they're tuning into something else. They're like tapping into another reality. So
I love it. I wish I could. I wish I would have kept up with my writing. I was so creative. I wanted to just write all the time, and I don't know what happened. Oh, it was probably the lifestyle and all of that.
Yeah.
I pick up where I left off now. So.
Well, your writing is very good, Niki. You guys, we need more contributors for the Sidereal Rising Journal. You guys send us your stuff.
I have, I'm the only one doing social media, guys. So if social media is spotty, it's because I can only do it when I have time to do it. I am looking for somebody to help with that. So if anybody wants to volunteer to help.
If you like doing social media.
Only if you like doing it.
Yeah, we don't want people to do stuff that they don't like to do, because that's not going to work too well.
Yeah, it doesn't tend to work too well. But I will get more information out there about when we will be uploading the event that we did on September 27th. We'll be uploading clips of that onto our YouTube. Right now, all of our members have access to that entire talk and the Sidereal Rising Journal, I believe.
Yes.
So we'll have that journal up for purchase pretty soon if we don't already.
It's already.
Okay, well then I'm behind. I haven't posted about it.
I'm
amazing.
I'm gonna put a newsletter this week to put out the new calendar of events and everything, so people can register, and I'll put the link out there to the book and stuff too.
Yeah, we're going to be releasing that journal quarterly. So if there are, writings you have and you want to be published, like, get a hold of us, send it on over. Like,
yeah. Don't be intimidated. If it sucks, I will let you know gently, and I will let you know how to fix it, and we will get it up there, okay? Yeah. But it probably won't suck. If you are following even basic grammar, all right, you'll be all right. You'll be all set. So don't worry about it. And it's not just like historical pieces. If you guys got some creative works, you got poetry about, Demuzid, or I don't friggin' know, like all kinds of stuff. You got your horoscopes, you got your sidereal journey that you want to publish, like anything, like send it over. This information helps other people too, you guys. So don't be a stranger.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Look Up Astrology says, my chickens love watermelon and all kinds of real food. My eggs are the bomb. Look Up Astrology. Do you get the regular chicken feed that's got the antibiotics? Whenever I had chickens, I desperately tried to find some that didn't have it, and it's like it's not possible. Like they don't have. I've never been able to find it. I'm sure it's out there now. This was, some
well,
years
it makes sense to feed them real food. Why wouldn't you feed them like the scraps from the dinner table
chickens
or something?
Everything they eat each other.
Yeah,
they do. They are like predators, dude. They eat snakes and frogs, and they just kill everything.
I just saw a rooster fight off a hawk that was trying to steal one of his hens, and I just thought it was the most badass shit I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, no wonder they have cockfights.
They really are.
Watch that shit too. I mean, I'm not going to.
I know what you meant. Hey,
but I can see why people
they've been
enjoy that.
Watching cockfights for all of human history, basically. So
it's pretty entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. It's really cool when it's a hawk versus a rooster.
Like, roosters are mean.
They are. This he was like, he just ran over there real quick, like, hey, that's my lady. Yep. It was the coolest thing, like when cats save kids from like rabid dogs. You ever see those videos where you're like, oh my god,
cats are running with it.
Yeah. I get into it.
Yep. Trish says, look up. I go between wanting to buy a home and grow food and have chickens to wanting a factory loft condo in the city with exposed brick walls and 20-foot ceilings loft condo. Yeah, that's me too. Like I want them both, but I'm actually going to do that. So it's doable here. It's not probably doable in the United States. But like here, everybody's got an apartment in the city, like a really nice one. And then they just have like their dacha in the country, which is like a giant plot of land and like they just go out on the weekends. They got their own saunas or banyas technically. And like, we're going to do that too. So I'm going to make that happen.
I want to buy a home again one day, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea.
Wait till you figure out where you want to go.
Yeah. I'd like to move the ISAA to a bigger city anyway, or at least like have a city that I like to want to throw like events together. Green Bay just can't handle I don't know,
like a couple hundred people at an event.
Well, I mean, it's where to have the event, and if it's a couple hundred people, like you have to make
probably
sure you have, like,
somewhere
the
close to a major airport, like an international
exactly.
Airport.
Otherwise, you'd have to travel from Chicago and like and I've researched too. It's expensive to like do anything with the casino.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know. It'd be nice to like live somewhere that has more options, better options,
Yeah.
and more places for people to stay and fly into. So,
Yeah, that'll be fun.
yeah, I'm looking at it.
English Chat with Lorna says, Nikki, meditate on doing some 12-hour dry fast overnight. It is a protective fast. Body will heal faster.
I've been doing fasting actually. When we had the new moon, I fasted like so hard for so many days. I couldn't believe it. And my inflammation went down. Everything felt better. Oh, it was great. I started eating sauerkraut and stuff, and it like says right on the bag, like probiotic, prebiotic, whatever. And I'm like, cool. And I didn't even think about it past that.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it made my tummy like really bad. I had to like leave work. I'm like, I think I'm gonna die. I have to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and die. And then I did. It was crazy. But I love eating stuff like that. Fermented, like
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
It makes me
so
sneeze though.
good. I just eat too much. I just eat too much of it. It's awesome. So
Yeah,
good.
I love sauerkraut. I made some sauerkraut, and my knees, I couldn't walk. My knees had a reaction, like my joints.
What is
Yeah.
it? I don't know. What's it?
It's the different. So like you get a different bacteria, your culture, different cabbages, different locations, different soil, and whatever it was, just my body just didn't want none of it. So I was
you have
bummed out.
sensitivity issues too, though. I mean,
Yeah,
food. Well, and not so much food, but like vitamin sensitivity issues and stuff like that, right?
I have a histamine situation. As I keep, if you see me disappear, I'm sneezing. That's why I keep poking my head over. I ate something that. What I have? On the way home, I got my eyelashes done today. If you guys can tell, they look amazing.
I could tell when I saw you. I was like, oh, they're so full.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I love it.
So, but on the way home, there's this picanha. What is that in English? There's a bakery, I guess is what that's called. That's how we translate that. And they have the best food. But like I got like this little, it's like a little meat pie kind of with mushrooms and what was it? Mushrooms and chicken and it's so good. And then they call them potatoes. It's not a potato. It's basically a brownie, like a really soft, squishy brownie in the shape of a potato. And I got one of those, and like I shouldn't probably eat that stuff. Now, granted, it's like they make it, so it's not in like some factory produced whatever, but still, my body wasn't happy with me, and that's why I'm sneezing. So, but that's all right. It's not a big deal. Like literally,
I've got everything I need to make some like pumpkin bars or something, so I'm gonna try it out. But I already experimented too much, and I'm still like trying to figure out how to heal a little bit from whatever it is I did. Yeah. I don't know. It's always a mystery.
Again, stress. I think that the stress is going to exacerbate that stuff.
I think you're right, because I've been eating so clean. Like I'm so clean. I haven't had a soda. I haven't chewed on a gumball out of the machine. I mean, I've just been so goddamn good. You don't even know. And then I'm still dealing with shit. So
it takes a while. It can take a few weeks.
Yeah. Once you get triggered, it's hard to like calm down and be okay. It's like, God damn.
Trish says, yeah, a lot of modern music is over-processed, but Doja Cat is life. I've never listened to a Doja Cat song, and I only know who that is because I've seen them on like creepy TikToks. They'll show pictures of her when she's all like decked out like that black demon cat thing.
Oh yeah, Doja Cat. I don't know. I liked her song at first, but that was it. And then I don't know. I don't like any of the new people. Like I don't know. They're just giving I don't know. They just give me bad vibes. I'm like, somebody else wrote your shit anyway. Like you're just an op. You're just an entertainment op. I miss the like real artists. Like, I
like Sia, but she's even probably still older now. But she's got like an incredible voice, like a real vocalist and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Mary J. Blige is one of my favorites. Oh, I just loved her when I was younger. I loved.
Yeah, see, I think these people are already older now. I think we're.
Oh yeah, I don't think I'm dating myself now. Yeah,
I think we are at this point. English Chat with Lorna says you are lean, Nikki. So just 12. Start with night dry fasts. Yeah, I had to start doing those too because I'd wake up and eat rajanka. I don't know what that is in English. There's not a word for it in English, you guys, but It's kind of like kefir, but it's not bubbly. It's just thick, and it's like baked milk, and it's thick, and it's kind of not super sweet. It's a natural amount of sweet, but oh my God, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
And I'd wake up and like I would just take a little swig here and there, but I had to stop a few years back. I'm like, no, it's probably not good. It's probably an insulin situation. So Lorna says dry fast kill parasites, and they can be cause of extreme cravings and help heal the gut. Yeah, I'm not a doctor, but I suspect, Nikki, a lot of your food lust that you have lusting over a cake.
I am, you guys. I am.
I think it's a gut issue, and I think that there's probably
bugs in my parasites in my gut.
No, I think it's more like mineral. It could be. Yeah, maybe got a tapeworm or something. It could be like mineral deficiencies and stuff. But usually, if you you eat what your body needs for a few days, you quit craving that stuff, and that's why people like get sick of eating pizza after a while, you know, like because your body's like, okay, we got enough of whatever we needed in there, even though we didn't need all the extra, but still,
like
no, your body tells
mental.
You something.
It's literally mental for me. Like it's just I totally need emotional support, and food was my emotional support animal. So
yeah, that's
I gotta find other ways, and I am.
Your Venus is in Taurus, right?
Yeah. So when they talk about Venus and Taurus and food, I'm like, I get it.
Trish says if you're going to Maine Mid-Coast, Perry's Lobster Shack in Surrey, Maine is the best. Acadia National Park is a must-see. Fort Knox, Prospect, Maine. I used to want to live in Maine for sure. Like I for sure want. But again, probably because I read all those Stephen King books. I'm like,
same.
Awesome.
I was gonna move out east, and I wanted to get into like paralegal, be a lawyer.
Oh my God, me too, Nikki.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
Stop.
And I was gonna live out there, and then I met my ex, and I was like,
literally what I wanted to do.
And I gave up every cool thing I wanted to do.
I had fantasies about being a lawyer in Bangor. It was
same. Really oh my God. Yeah. I just wanted to like get the dude like off. Like he's innocent, Your Honor, you know.
A defense attorney?
Yeah.
Me too. Oh my God, that's so bizarre. That's so weird. Okay.
Well, there's so many people that need it, like that didn't do shit, you know, prove it. You know, that was I wanted
Me too. Oh my God, for sure.
In 8th grade, I had to be the defense attorney for cigarettes because they wanted to, you know, and I got that motherfucker off. They were like, no, you can't prove shit. And I was like, yeah.
They must, you know what? They must give the same assignment like every single civics class probably had the exact same trial, because that's what I did, Nikki. You're creeping me out right now.
Yeah, like, that's awesome.
Attorney, and I won. So yeah.
Look at us.
Karma, I guess.
I know, you're right. Maybe we used to be defense attorneys.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah. You used to run a legal firm or something?
Yeah, maybe. Right. I don't know. I thought that's really cool.
Raj Kumar Kushwaha says, hi, man, me or okay, we're not. Okay, it's not. My dyslexia got me for a second, and I'm definitely not able to read any of that. So, hi, Raj Kumar.
Yeah, hey.
Thanks for joining us. Look Up Astrology says, I saw that, exciting. Look Up Astrology says he cleans and cooks. Oh, that's good. Chell says, oh my God, I was just introduced to AI generated remakes this past weekend. The song was Cardi B's WAP.
WAP.
Oh, is that what it's called? Recreated as jazz blues with deceiving female vocals because it sounded classy. But I'll have to check it out. Yeah, if it sounds good, I don't care. Like I said,
heard that's actually I watched her perform it at some award show, and I was like, this is supposed to be a family show. And I just sat there with my mouth open, like, oh my God.
What's it about? Oh,
WAP, it means
never mind. No, I got it. I remember now. I saw a comedian do like a stand-up bit about it, and he's like, because he was talking about how they that same year that song came out, they also wanted to cancel the one song about like from the 40s, the like wishing you were here for Christmas. And it's
that one. Oh,
but they're like, so you guys gave an award to this person for this song, but then you're trying to get this other song canceled. Like, this is some really backward stuff, which it definitely is. You guys, listen, I write erotica. I'm totally on board for all that stuff, but like, I just think that's gross. I just like, it's not artistic. I don't know.
I think there's like a time and a place. It's not
That's
mainstream,
exactly right.
you know?
That's,
like these kids are out there singing it. It's on WIXX every day. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, we sang sexy songs and shit like that when we were kids, but it wasn't like straight up like that, you know?
No.
It wasn't anything like that WAP song.
The dirtiest song I can remember from like childhood was the one who's the one, it's like, let's talk about sex, baby. You know that one? Let's talk about, which one's that? Is that like Bobby Brown or something?
Yeah, that was Bobby Brown. Yeah.
That's like the dirtiest it got. So and I was even like uncomfortable.
Well, there was that one song where they're like, eeny weeny, teeny weeny, short dick man.
I don't remember that one.
I don't know who sang that one, but that was like, I remember that one, but I don't think that was on the radio too much, was it?
Like, yeah, like a lot of those songs,
I don't know.
Like they didn't put them on the radio. If you had like some of the Marilyn Manson songs and stuff, like they were
they were really, I loved his I loved that album, the horror movie one. It was like the one before he got weird with the boobs and the alien shit. But I did go to one of his concerts. And I saw my friend, she like choke slammed a guy and right next to me. I was like, she was like badass. I was like, he kicked her in the back. And I was like, I know I got away from like the mosh pit. And I was like, thank God you're here. Like I was getting like beat the fuck up. Like, where were you? Yeah. And then she got kicked in the back and turned around and grabbed this guy by his neck and picked him up and slammed him on the ground. And I was like, wow. We should leave.
Yeah.
It was more of a hippie, but I liked that dark goth music. I was a goth girl.
Oh, you were?
Weird goth girl.
Everyone thought I was. I wasn't.
Like nightmare hippie girl. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Just no country. You guys know how I feel about
country. No, I was not into country music. I got a little bit into country music only because of Johnny Cash.
That's old school.
And that didn't really count. Yeah.
Nope, that don't count.
And then like the stuff in the 90s I had to listen to on the school bus.
Like Garth Brooks was good.
Yeah, like that stuff.
He was more like rock and roll country, so it was different.
Yeah. It was like that mid-90s stuff, and then that's it. But that's only like
Shania Twain. When country turned poppy.
Dude, yeah.
That real poppy.
I know. Oh my God. I love it when girls kick the hinges off a door when I hear that song.
Dixie Chicks, who else? Like, yeah, they changed it. It was different after that, which I guess whatever. I don't hang out where they play country music.
No, neither do I. I don't really like it.
Yes. Trish says that's all a twin flame is. It's just you meeting another incarnation of you, and one of you is a total asshole.
Yeah.
You don't have some special mission. You're just being kicked in the ass by yourself. I mean, that's definitely a way to look at it. You know,
yeah. I don't know.
It is an aspect of you, that's for sure. It's that's probably why a lot of it gets on your nerves, because you're like, that's just parts of me that I really don't like about myself. So that's definitely possible. And twin flame communities make it out to be this magical quest, and it's not. You guys, finding my twin flame was like one of the coolest things ever. But I mean, he's a train wreck of a person. I mean, he's a disaster. I'm not going to pretend like it's not, but I wouldn't have cared. Like, you know, so it can be good, but most of the time they come with serious baggage, and because of the twin flame connection, it's so intense, and it really you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? There must be some deeper meaning. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're just coming back together to, you know, be a mess together. So, you know, you get to decide. Chell says, Trish, if you want a job done right, you got to do it yourself. Look up Astrology Says. I went in the 90s too, and it was still pretty sketchy. To clubs? Oh, to Chicago, I think is what we were talking about. My daughter lives by a lake. Oh, okay. Lake Pleasant. It lives up to its name. I love it there. Also loves the donut. Oh, in the Phoenix area. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear like people love Sedona too. There's like UFOs and like weird spiritual. Look, if we're gonna go into peyote, I'm on board. Let's do it. I'm,
I forgot about Sedona. I forgot about that place. Like, yeah, I'm into that. Sky watching. I would love to be able to like get out there and lay on some stones and watch the sky. That'd be awesome.
Look up astrology says I've read every Stephen King books. Yeah, I didn't read more of the newer ones. The most recent one I watched or read was The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, and it creeped me out. Okay, because this was just right after I find out about all of the missing 411 stuff, which I've since come to think that maybe some of them he's not the best researcher and he kind of makes stuff up. Sometimes David Paulides, but I don't know for sure. I've seen the evidence for it, and that's probably the case. But anyways, it creeped me right out because the fairies do abduct people. And it's about this little girl. What is she like? She's like 10, and she gets lost in the woods in the Appalachian Trail or something like that. And it's like, I'm like, oh my God, like this is so horrifying. Like, what if that was my child? Like, it freaks me right out.
You are so like, against the fairies, dude. I don't think that they're the ones doing it.
No, they are. Nikki, listen. No, listen, you guys, everyone. This is your PSA. This is your PSA. Okay, public service announcement about the fairies. Now, if you want to call them fairies, like Celtic fairies, sure. If you want to call them, what are those little hairy dudes in South America? They got them all over the world, and they are notorious. Like every single culture's got these little dudes that like steal your children, and they're trying to mess with you. They're trying to lure you off a cliff. All kinds of stuff all over the world. This goes way beyond like the missing 411. That's just one part of it. Like every single culture has them. It's not. There's no way it's just a coincidence, and most of them. Okay, so that's why they call. Do you know why they call them fairies, Nikki?
No.
Okay, because supposedly they're like super hideous and scary. And so in English, they would call them like the fair folk. So they didn't piss them off because they didn't want to start any shit. And they would send their kids like, okay, so my family's predominantly Irish and Scottish. And like, that's no joke. Okay. Like back in the day, like my grandparents, like they swear they saw them, and they would send their kids, especially the boys, they would dress them like girls and make them wear skirts. And some people think that that's why, like, that's how the kilt got its whole thing, was because the fairies were abducting boys. And so they're like, well, we'll make them look like girls and it'll confuse them or whatever. But like, no. So like all over the world, you pick a country, Southeast Asia, to friggin' somewhere in Alaska, like you talk to the native people, they all have some sort of, now they don't all call them fairies. They have their own, languages and stuff and their own words for them. But like they steal people. People disappear. They get stolen. They go into like these weird portals. Sometimes the people have reported, like, I could hear my family calling for me. I could see them, but like I couldn't move. Like I felt like I was behind some sort of barrier. And these people, when they do get found, they say they're like, they end up being found exactly where they like they had already searched a bunch of times. So if I'm really hard on the fairies, you guys, it's not that I don't love and appreciate them. Okay. I'm just, don't mess around with them. That's not a joke. Okay. So if you go into the woods, like, be respectful, don't litter. Supposedly here in Russia, they don't like it if you swear. Fortunately, I don't know any swear words in Russian. I don't know how I've gone this far in life without figuring them out. I just throw fuck in there and they know what fuck means. So like, if I got to swear, I just switch to English real quick. But yeah, so I just don't mess around. And like, if you go in the woods, make sure. So some of them, especially I think in Vietnam, Thailand, like that area, they're fairies, whatever they're called. Okay, they don't like bright colors, and they tell you, they're like, don't wear like bright colored shoes, bright colored shirts, because like you'll disappear. And then when they end up having to do, and this is all over the world too, they end up having to do, they get their local shamans involved, and they have to do these like rituals and sacrifices, and they have to like give them stuff in return. A lot of times they'll give them socks. Like, I don't know why, like what their fascination is with shoes and socks. And this is one of the other things too, when they find people who claim to have weird experiences with these spirits, a lot of times they don't have their shoes. And they're like, well, what happened to the shoes? They're like, I don't know, like something told me to take them off, and then I had to give them the shoes. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Crazy.
So yeah,
I've had my own experiences with them, and I feel like they're my friends. So.
Well, they might be, in certain areas, but in some
Yeah,
places,
especially out west, like towards the coast out there. Like that's where I was getting a lot, picking up a lot. I got a lot where like here, but there's something different out there. And I don't know, they help.
I'd be way more freaked out there. I grew up in like the woods, so you know, like I've had my share of experiences and stuff, but people get called into they hear somebody calling their name, and it's really bad out in the mountains, out in like Oregon and Washington and stuff.
Yeah.
They'll hear music out there, and like you go out to find the music, and then like you don't come back.
Yeah.
So weird stuff goes on out there, you guys. It's not a movie. It's not a I told you I had that. It was like a Sunday afternoon. I went to go walk my dogs. There's nobody around, but you know, like there's not a lot of cars. There's not a lot of noise, nothing. And I saw this. This is about a foot tall. This bright red, like this color red doll with this furry face, and I'm like, oh my god, the thing looks like it's from the 1800s. It's wedged in the tree, like, you know, a little bit higher than where a person could reach it, and it's like poking out sideways looking at me, and all the hair on my body stood on end. Okay, and I'm like, it's a trap, don't touch it, don't touch it, whatever you do not touch this thing. And I start walking, and there's like nobody around, and I didn't take my eyes off it. Well, I have to like walk around this corner to walk my dogs where we normally go. I took like a couple feet past it, was out of sight, and I had this feeling like it's gone. I know it's already gone. And I know as soon as I turn my back and go back around there, like it's not going to be there. And sure enough, it was less than 10 seconds. I walked back. This thing is gone. I'm looking around. There's no possible way anybody could have grabbed it and run. Like you can see everything. Like there was no place. And, but this is the type of thing that the fairies do. They'll put like they're really big on the color red. Like you hear all these reports. I know I'm like going on a tangent, you guys, but
no, keep going. Cause I've like always been like these friends. I don't know. I thought they were my friends.
Well, there's different ones. You know, some of them are meaner. Some of them are they have different ones that look different. Some of them are more like spiritual type of beings. You know, even I would lump jinn in, like the black shadow people. I would lump them in with fairies. Like, you know, it's basically the non-human whatever the fuck's going on between, you know, the different dimensions.
Yeah, because that is real. There is some weird shit here that I used
to do that's what I'm talking about.
That would scare the fuck out of me. Have like red eyes looking at you like from the distance. You're like, well, no, actually, I remember I was in my grandma's basement one time and this thing had big yellow glowing eyes and was looking at us through the, like, it could have been a dream. I don't know, but I just remember being like, what the fuck is that?
So a lot of people who are in the woods for extended periods of time, they will tell you that they, at night, when there's like nothing else going on, they'll see these black shadow entities peeking around the trees and all staring at them and like following them through the woods. A lot of people have seen it. The stuff, you guys, the woods are, my uncle, who's basically like Rambo. Okay. He's got like 2 bronze stars. He was special forces, like legit.
Yeah, Rambo. I love it. Yeah.
I remember him telling me when I was young, he's like, there's nothing, because we would go like night camping and we'd do all these like army guy training sessions when we were children. And he like, there's nothing in the woods in the day that's not there, or nothing in the woods at night that's not there in the day. And it was basically like just trying to get us to not be afraid and just understand. But then when later on I found out, so like I would ride my horse through the middle of the woods at like 2:00 in the morning in the middle of nowhere and just like totally not be scared. I'm like, nope, there's nothing to worry about out here. Well, then it turns out there's actually a lot of creepy stuff that goes on, and like people just straight up disappear and they never find the body. Or if they do, they'll find like just weird stuff happens. People start tripping out, you know, compasses quit working. Like the earth is a really legit interesting place. And the reality is oftentimes a lot stranger than fiction. But I remember I had to tell my daughter, you know, every time we go in the woods, because they're real big on picking mushrooms and berries here, like everywhere. Everywhere you go on the highway, there's like people just they park their cars, they're in the woods, they're coming out with buckets of all these awesome berries and cool mushrooms and stuff. But I tell her every time, I'm like, look, the woods is no joke. I know people tell you like there's no such thing as monsters, but that's not true. Okay, like they're definitely out there. And, you know, obviously the people ones are the ones you really got to watch out for. But like those other things are real too. And you just got to be respectful and not be causing some problems, because
Yeah. I've never run into any scary entities out in the woods. I've only run into men that are scary. They're scary. Hey, come to my house. Like, okay, no.
Yeah, those are definitely
my
way scarier.
family's waiting for me.
Yes, those are definitely scarier.
Those are scarier.
I won't
run into that, but
I won't camp in the woods without. I know this is like kind of maybe pathetic, but I won't camp in the woods without a man. Just because. Now, granted, if you see me, you guys can't tell, but you can tell I lift weights. Like if you see me out on the street or something. So I'm not like the easiest target. When people are looking for somebody to mess with, they size you up. That's one of the things that they do. But at the same time, in the middle of the night, I wouldn't want to be in that position and get jumped by like a group of people in the woods or something. I'm definitely way more scared of the actual humans than the other creatures. But I just mean, like, they're real. It really does happen. So if you guys hear me ragging on the fairies, just know that there's a reason for it. Okay. It's not personal against them. I respect them. I know
but they
that
will fuck with you.
Some of them are dicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
They will pull you off the trail and you might disappear. So,
I've tested that theory. I've been wanting to escape reality for so I'm like, I'll jump into whatever portal that opens up. That a fairy ring right there. I'm in the middle of it. Nothing happens. I'm like, you don't want me either? Okay.
Well, that might have been why you're too excited about it. They're like, no, don't let her in.
We want them scared. Yeah, we need them scared. Like, I'm not.
Look up astrology says I can do blog posts. Please look up astrology. Let's do some blog posts. Let's get we'll take them all.
Yeah, hell yeah.
300 to 500 words is pretty good, something that's pretty easy stuff. We have some decent kind, but they eat everything plus mealworms. Oh, I think we were talking about chickens.
The chickens, yeah.
Chell says, I've been trying to figure out how to approach contributing in a way that other people who are just beginning their astrology, learning sidereal astrology, not having any pre-existing tropical experience. Anything at all is good. I know this is a big issue for people. Like, you feel like, oh, nobody's going to like value my contribution or whatever. It's like not going to help anything that you say. Look at all the goofy stuff that we just ramble about on this show. I know you don't always see it in the comments and stuff, but we've had so many people reach out to us and be like, you guys have no idea how much it means that you're like doing this and that you talk about this and that there's some sort of support. Anything that you can contribute is a plus. We'll take it all. They have a pumpkin they're working on right now, the chickens. Yeah, I just bought some pumpkins and I'm like, we got them to make, jack-o'-lanterns and stuff for Halloween, but I know my rats want them. I know that they want to eat them. Rats and chickens are very similar in their diet, by the way.
I got a big pumpkin. I got it waiting for me on the stairs.
Oh, are you gonna carve it?
Yeah, it's huge. I got the biggest one I could carry. I had to leave it on the stairs because it's heavy. I'm excited. Yeah, I love the seeds. I love that stuff.
Yeah, the whole thing. Oh, it smells so good. I love it. I love pumpkin everything. That's the one thing that I suck about here. They're not into like Halloween or like pumpkin spice everything in America. Like everything's pumpkin spice donuts, pumpkin spice coffee, and I love it all. I have pumpkin spice everything.
I live for it. I live for it.
Look up astrology. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, I was just gonna say. She said you were gonna say my friend manages a hotel on the river here in Washington State. I'm not in Seattle. It's nice here, and I live by Candy Mountain. Ooh.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I've always loved it out there, and I've thought about moving out there, but I was worried I would get caught up in some shit and end up in a tent city or lured out into the ocean or lured out into the woods.
That the fairies would get you.
I would die. I don't know. Like, I've gone out there a couple of times, and it was related to, I realized later it was related to a lot of like past life stuff, So like I had conversations with the ocean. I've had conversations with the land, and they've seen me there before. My light's gone out there before. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I go out there and if I stay out there, if I would live a long time. I'm worried about that. And I'm like, ooh. I don't want to repeat anything. I don't want to repeat anything, but I still want to. I love it out there. I love it so much. I want to be out there so bad.
Maybe go back. Maybe go visit out there then.
Yeah, I might. I don't know. I have to wait till it gets warm. Otherwise, it's not fun to go in the winter time. But I'm not in any rush to plan anything anyway. But I sort of am. I really want to go on my little like independent lady trip.
Yeah, do it.
I'm
nice.
a grown-up.
It's nice to do a trip.
Stuff.
Granted, I usually only do like 2 days max, but it is good.
Yeah,
to,
and see, I'm like that too. I don't want to be too far like away from my cat, wherever he is.
I just like sleeping on my own floor.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. I've been falling asleep wherever I lay, and I woke up just in the most awkward position. My neck was all jacked up. I had to like get myself put away for good. But I hadn't been sleeping. I just hadn't been. And now in the past 2 days, like I could sleep. I could go back to bed after this.
Do it.
I can't. I got appointments. We have a
stuff.
Volunteers were meeting and like.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I got a lot of stuff going on.
Is that today? Do we gotta go?
Soon. I think our first one has to reschedule, and so our second one is. I think we have a little time. He'll pop on.
Okay. Well, let's see what we got in here. Lorna says, cutting out the water will protect your electrolytes and many other benefits easier than water fasting. Look Up Astrology says, oh man, I had a bad experience with lashes. My eyes were not a fan. I had gaps to regrow. It was traumatizing. That sucks.
Oh, you had a bad person doing it then.
I had one of those too. So sometimes the glue does, like if you get like sweat in your eyes, it stings real bad. But I had this one lady, I think it was literally her first time. And it hurt so bad. It took like 4 hours and they look all jacked up. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm never going back to
see. I did those for a little while and I didn't like the clusters. Like I would put them on people, like I would do my daughters and I loved doing the single lash, like make it look natural. And she hated it. She wanted it to be like,
I get
like the fucking thing on her eye. Like yours are perfect all the time. So even if they do clusters, I can tell they're doing it correctly.
Oh, they do it great. It is fantastic. But they're like that with the manicures too, you guys. They do. I don't know if
your nails are gorgeous. I didn't get a chance to do mine. Yes, look at
that. They're gorgeous. For they spend at least she did 2.5 hours on my nails, and they are like concrete. Okay, they are solid, and they're not coming off. They're not peeling. They're not buffing. But they use a different material over here that you can't find. That like nobody does it in the United States. I had it when I was in Michigan last time. I had to go find a Russian salon. And they had it, but nobody else does it. So it's not like normal shellac. I don't know. It's like a rubber base. It's awesome. So
yeah,
they do. They put some time into beauty over here. So
they do. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Trust me, I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've tried that. I don't like anything on my fingers though. I went and I did my nails. And I was like, ooh, because I loved your nails. I was like, I can do it. And as soon as I glued like something on, I was like, I hate it. I can't stand it on me.
So natural. They feel amazing. You feel like I don't know how to explain it. No, it doesn't feel like you have anything on. It's fantastic. Trish says, okay, I wanted to be a human rights lawyer with Amnesty International. How many here that have strong placements in Virgo contemplating being a lawyer? That's a great question.
You're right. Actually, we need to do a study on this. This will be a part of one of the polls we take.
Yeah. That is interesting.
That is real because we both have Saturn in Virgo. That would make sense.
Yes. A lot of us, I think, have Pluto in Virgo too, though. But
I forgot about Pluto. Yeah, Pluto.
Trish says, I like listening to female trap rap artists when I'm weightlifting. You feel so badass. The gym. Yeah, the gym does become your bitch. Yeah, I do too. I listen to like the hardest music that I can come across. So for sure. I really like trap too. Not a lot of people listen to it, but I do. Chell says, but I imagine that if someone didn't speak a lick of English and heard that song, then someone would translate it for them. They wouldn't have expected such shit. You know what? I've heard some songs played over here and they have some of those, like not that specific song. Nobody has any clue what they're saying, which is fine because I would be so mortified if my child like was playing at the park and heard that song. Like, oh, it's so gross. Anyone watch Castle Rock series by Stephen King. I've never had a show
No.
depress me so badly.
Oh,
I'm glad I didn't watch it.
no.
Like I felt mentally unwell after watching. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't miss that
Yeah,
one.
sometimes his stuff will do that. Like it fucked me up psychologically. I was like, ooh, you know, I'm like, whoa, I'm really scared now.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, I guess that's a good sign of a good writer. If it's like really
he's
affecting you,
he's very
yeah, or
talented.
yeah,
He's got a special gift. That man has a special gift for sure.
yeah. Trish says Nikki's like, don't talk shit about my fairy friends. Like that, Abby, they're my friend. Okay, so here's the thing with the fairies. All right, my cousin, I think. So in Celtic lore, like the fairies breed with people, okay? And I don't have any doubt. I mean, we see something similar when it comes to like the whole alien, you know, extraterrestrial, people think that there's hybrids and stuff. This is a theme that's been going on. Same thing if you go all the way back to like the jinn supposedly breed with people too. So do what is it, the Elohim? No, is it the who are the whatever angels?
You were right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so I don't discount that there are some people that have fairy genetics and they have an affinity more so with some fairy people, and I think that that is a very real possibility, and I'm not discounting anyone's affinity for fairies. I personally, I know we've had this conversation before, I get along very well with demons and jinn, like you know, like I don't have any problem with them. I've had some be very protective in some cases, you know, so like you can have good relationships with different entities, but I just mean like it's just like strangers, you know. I wouldn't let a strange demon in my house. I wouldn't let a strange fairy in my house. Like I would want to get to know it first, just like a regular person on the street, right? Like, you know, just invite strange people into your home. You don't know what's going to happen. So same thing when you're walking through the woods. You don't just want to come across like a stray person, you know, being a creep out there. Same thing with some fairies. That's how I feel about it. Trish says it's like those dolls and things that are kind of haunted where they belong to the Victorian child who died instead of a stylish Victorian plague and then died in the fire as well. Yeah, there's some creepy stuff going on for sure. Lorna says elementals, yes. Look up astrology, says spirits of the woods, yes. Lorna says sun channeled a phoenix last Friday, said it was very silly energy. That sounds like some stuff that happens when people smoke DMT and stuff. It's interesting.
That's cool. I like that.
Lorna says, I'm careful in the woods, travel the world, and always cautious in the forest. Yeah, I gotta watch out. Chell says, I'm so glad you went into detail about the fairies. Thanks. You are welcome. I do it periodically.
It's real, though. It is real. What Abby's saying is totally real. Don't like, don't take what I'm saying just because I've had a different experience.
It's way crazier than I'm even able to communicate right now. Yes, Abby, biogel is rubber based. I don't know if that's the same thing, but my friend who does my nails uses that. Okay. It sounds like it might be the same. It might be the same. Yeah. I haven't looked in a while. I bought some, but English chat with Lorna says, Nikki, Lincoln City water temp same in January as summer. Lol, locals beach walk in shorts and hoodies. We go in January laps.
I read that and I'm going. Yeah, I think that I'll just go out there.
Where is it?
That's it's outside of and south of Portland, so it's more closer to the California border. It's right on the coast. It's coastal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I had no idea that it was like actually kind of warm because I used to go to Washington. It was like it just rained so much in the winter time. It was so cold. But
yeah, that doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even think about it. But Lincoln City. I love Lincoln City. Yeah, I'll think of
just watch out.
Yeah.
You've been warned about the creatures that might be Chell says, do they use fresh attachments for each customer over there, Abby? Nikki, shed some light on how that's a thing. Now I feel gross for my past self. Fresh attachments, you mean for what? For the eyelashes or the nails? Everything's fresh, everything. Everything comes sterilized in a packet and whatnot. So I don't know. Nikki, shed some light on how that's a thing.
I feel gross. Oh my God.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you're
gonna want to get your nails done. Oh, okay.
Oh, we were talking about getting our nails done, and I told her, like, I don't go to those chop shops because they'll use the same buffer they used on everybody. And that's just how it is in my town. Like, we don't,
Okay.
like, there's not good sanitary practices like happening.
Oh,
in my
no.
town. So
They're extremely rigid about that stuff over here. Yes, Chell says, I've got the Virgo all up in my chart, and yes, I'm still trying to find a way to make peace with the fact that I took everyone else's advice except my own and didn't become a lawyer. That's crazy, you guys. Wow, I feel like we've made some sort of discovery.
yeah.
It's interesting. We're gonna have to test this out. Trish says, I don't do psychedelics anymore after I had a natural DMT experience through breakthrough or breathwork meditation. Okay. I haven't done psychedelics just because I don't have any, but
I have some, but I haven't done any. I was waiting to like just have some time to actually like chill and eat some mushrooms.
Eat the mushrooms, Nikki.
I know. Everyone's like, it'll help you chill out. And I'm like, every day I have something to do and I can't. So
I think
I'll get there eventually.
Listen, people go to work and do stuff. It's microdose. You just
microdose.
Yeah,
that's what my son said. He was like, yes. I just ate like 3 tabs. You're fine. Just I'm working. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
Yeah. I'll think about it. I gotta try it. I will eventually. I was just hoping to have somebody to like trip with.
Well, you're not supposed to be tripping. It's microdosing. It's not the same thing.
Oh, I don't like to micro anything at first.
I know.
It's like, I just,
But yeah,
I'm going to have a good time no matter what. Even if I'm by myself, it's just me and my cat. We'll just hang out.
It sounds like you're trying to go on a trip. It's not a trip, Nikki. It's a microdose.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to notice that you
I know. Anything. Yeah. That's the whole point. I know. But that's not what I'm going to do. Because I want to know. I just want to know how it feels to go over,
Okay.
Over the line at first,
Well,
so that I know where my limits are.
Don't be in a stressful state when you do that.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Okay.
Trish says your lungs produce DMT naturally. It's pretty cool. I did. What's that guy? What's his name, you guys? The guy who does the Wim Hof breathing guy, who like basically ventilate until you almost pass out.
Yeah, I remember that.
I've done a lot. Sometimes I will do that type of breathing for a little while, like right before a meditation, like to kind of kick you right out of your body, because it will sometimes literally if you do pass out. But like breathwork's real, like that's legit. So yes, Trish says microdosing is definitely healing.
Hell yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being with us here today.
Yeah, thank you for coming to the event. Thank you for coming to the show. You guys, you're incredible. You're amazing. You guys are the ones doing all of this. So we're just here to help. We're just here to guide.
We're just facilitators.
Platform. Yeah, facilitators. So I'm excited for our next webinar coming up.
Yep, me too. We're going to also be doing that week, that Wednesday. So this is on the event schedule, and we'll make it clearer. I'll put out a newsletter here soon. Basically, we're going to start doing the Sidereal Rising podcast. It's not this one that we're doing now, which is the Myth, Magic, Mysteries, and more. So we're only going to do like once a month, though. And the reason we got to do it on this channel, though, you guys, because we can't live stream on the other channel yet until we have so many viewing hours. So we're going to have to build that channel up, but we can record the sessions and then reload them up on the other one. So we'll just be kind of skipping weeks here and there. I mean, we'll still be here, but we'll be doing one or the other. But we'll let you know. We're still going to do the full moon and new moon specials so that you guys have, have everything ready to roll. But the next one, they're going to kind of match up. The Sidereal Rising episodes are going to kind of match up with the workshops that we're doing once a month. This one's going to be the Sumerian astrology, like pre-Babylonian, or at least it'll be partial Babylonian, but it's mostly like the pre-12 zodiac Babylonian astrology. So that'll be interesting. At least I think it's interesting. No, you might not think it is, but definitely come to it. And it's not going to be, it's a free webinar, but you won't just get the recording. unless you remember, then it's going to go in the archives. It's not going to be just like available for public release and stuff. So you guys definitely want to come to it. It's going to be cool. And we'd love to see you there. So
yeah, absolutely. Oh, there was something I wanted to add, but now I forgot. Oh, darn it.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, we aren't going to be here next week.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. We're not going to be here next week, but it's only because we're cooking up good stuff and we need the time. And yeah,
we'll be getting onto a more regular schedule here again. And then we'll be around. So thank you guys for everything. Thank you for being with us. And we'll see you 2 weeks from now. So have a good full moon.